That's right. That was all right.
Yeah.
I brought a bunch of guys over. Playing the airplane. He's over there. That's almost. Not as old as yours. I'll be 6 years older.
Every place I could, I started putting 3 and 4 strikes, but I only got maybe 3/4 of an inch. So then I started taking off. I take from here to here, take from here to here. So I'm happy. No, I've had that. Yeah, you don't live that. No. Really?
What day you want the Ronnie Walker looking at back door? I called him yesterday when I got home. He's in Virginia at a race. But I told him one afternoon we get together and I asked him, I said, little man. That's why I said, how you know he has a name? He said, because I made it. Well, now, any day I want to get together in town, call me. What, you'll be, what, you in town Monday afternoon? Yeah. Well, that's be good for me, because I start at midnight, so 2 call me, and I'll meet y'all out. We can fill up all the way down there. Yeah.
But I wanted it, I didn't want it to, I wanted it to blend.
This was probably yeah.
But the bottom is.
I don't think you're having trouble. Get me in trouble.
I eliminated that. Eliminated that. What's the problem with me and Ray? Before her to be here after her.
Hey, Mike, you said that for you.
They had a special.
Just Feel of that. Feel of the texture.
Yeah.
Did he just wrap it with carbon fiber?
Yeah, he
And you know
wrapped
what?
it.
My dad says he's gonna get like.
That's a Sept.
I'm Buster Dawson. I'm the president of the Eastern Carolina Corvette Club.
All right, and just give us a little bit of the background of the Eastern Carolina Corvette
We're
Club.
based in Wilson. We cover eastern, probably about 7 or 8 eastern counties. We were formed in '94. We have about 100 members, and we are associated with the National Council of Corvette Clubs.
So what kind of goes into being a member of the Corvette Club? Obviously, as we see behind you here, quite a lot of Corvettes, but do you have to have one to be part of the club?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to be a Corvette owner to be part of the club.
And we see a lot of different ones. What are a lot of the customizations people make to these?
Exhaust systems and the way the new cars are built today, you can tune them pretty easy, increase the horsepower. So the horsepower, the exhaust system, the type of wheels, that's basically how we modify the newer models. And the older models can be modified with body panels and more. There's more stuff to do as far as modification goes than on the newer cars.
Well, what do you guys just show them off? Do you ever enter them into competitions? Or?
We host 7 shows a year in the eastern part of the state, and then we participate in other shows. We also host a track day at the North Carolina Center for Automotive Research on a test track near Roanoke Rapids, and we travel to different events. We might take a 3 or 4 day trip and go to the assembly plant in Bowling Green, or go to the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green.
Well, I saw you working on your car a little earlier, wiping it down. Just tell us about yours a little bit.
Mine's an 06 Z06. It's a limited production high performance car, 505 horsepower. And it's probably one of about 2,000 in that color.
How did you get into Corvettes, and how did you get into the Corvette Club?
I wanted to own a Corvette ever since they came out. When I was a little boy, that was my fantasy. And in '86, I bought my first Corvette and restored it. It was a '73, and then I've had 5 other Corvettes until I'm on the one I've got now.
Awesome. And how did you get started with the club?
I started participating in shows in other regions, and we had enough interest in the eastern part of North Carolina when there was no clubs here. So I, along with Fletcher Brazil from Mount Olive, we formed the Eastern Carolina Corvette Club.
Talk about how it was to form this club, and just talk about its growth through the years.
We started with about half a dozen members, and like I said, we're up to about 100 members now. After you start going to shows your name gets out as far as the club being, you don't have any problem getting members. And the popularity of the cars has grown to the point where we have a lot of Corvette owners, especially around the Wilson area, who are members of the club.
All right, well, before we get you out of here and back to your car, what are we seeing here today? Is this more of just a show, or is it?
Well, it's a show. It started out in '94 as a display. Mm-hmm. We brought about 7 cars out here to the open house and the fly-in, and then over the years it's grown into a People's Choice show, and we've had as high as 120 cars at one time. With the weather like it is, we should have about 80, 85 cars today.
Have you thought about getting one of the planes?
No, I'd rather have the 4 wheels on the ground.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
First, let's just tell us your name.
I'm Gene Turner.
All right, and Gene, tell us a little bit about your
Okay.
All right.
This is a 1962 Corvette. It's a automatic. It has a 327, 300 horsepower. The car, I bought the car in boxes, and friends of mine that helped me put it back together, and it's about 10 years old. I've had it about 10 to 12 years now.
How long?
I enjoy driving it.
How long did it take you guys to build it?
It took us about 2.5 years.
And how long have you been part of the Corvette Club here?
I'm going to say 8 years, at least 8 years.
What do you like about the shows and displays like this?
What I really like about it is bring the cars out, and especially one that, like I have, the older one. Hear people talk about it, the people that had them, friends of theirs that have had them, and some of the tales that I've heard will turn your head. But most people really enjoy it, and I get more pleasure out of letting people look at it than I do anything else.
Thanks so much. Tell us your name.
My name is Charles King.
All right, Charles, tell us a little bit about your Corvette.
My Corvette's a 2011 Torch Red Coupe. I've had it for 6 months, and this is my 4th one. And of the 4, it's probably the fastest.
Tell us about your other 3 then, and the progressions to get to this one.
My first one was a 2000 dark bowling green coupe. Then I bought a 2005 Le Mans Blue that we had a little trouble with it, so we traded it made a deal with the dealer, and we wound up with a 2005 silver coupe that we drove for 120,000 miles. And we just started looking around last spring, and we went by the dealer, and he had this one he wanted to sell, and we wanted to buy, and we came to an agreement. So we've been running it ever since.
Now, you mentioned the license plate says weekend ride. That apparently is when you get to take it out.
That's it. Yeah, my wife drives it daily. She drives it to work every day because she has this great big parking lot she can park in when nobody parks around her. And so I get to drive it on the weekends. So we were out one night, and 3 or 4 gals didn't see her, and they were asking me, "What's that mean, weekend ride with you?" And I said, "No, it's a weekend ride." She come back and she said, "Yeah, it's he and I can ride." So it's all in fun. This whole thing, the club. I've been a member of the club since '03, and matter of fact, the president of the club and I have been friends for almost 50 years. Over, 45. Yeah, my wife says 45. So we have a good time. So, and that's what it's all. We just come together, have a good time. We have several events a year, and some of the guys race. We show was concours. It's just a little friendly competition between the clubs, and hopefully things are going to turn out good for us this year.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, folks. Gary Hodges, EAA Chapter 1047 down here in Wilson, North Carolina. We're having an open house today. We've got about 40 EAA chapter members today with about 30 airplanes with our group. Forest Service coming in, some other vintage airplanes. We've got the Corvette Club. We have race cars over here from Southern 500 and also the dirt track. We got the RC model airplane gentlemen's out here. We're going to be doing flybys. I'm going to be offering 4 free rides to the lucky holder, whoever gets a ticket, to go up around the field. And a beautiful day. Last year was cloudy. Today is absolutely great weather, great for flying, and we're going to have a good time. And we do this every September, 3rd Saturday, and welcome y'all to come right on out. Thank you.
Carly Foljam.
All right, Carly, and tell us about your dirt racing car we see here.
This is a pure stock V8 race car that we race at County Line Raceway. We travel basically all over the East Coast, hopefully to more tracks that are going to be opened up here lately. We went as far as to Pine Hall in North Carolina. Like I said, it's a dirt race car, and we race about every weekend. There's hardly any times that we're off. So.
Tell us a little bit about dirt racing and how it might differ from normal racing that people would see on TV.
Asphalt racing, it's a lot different. Let's just say that there's a lot more to do. There's more setups that you can have. You gotta turn right. It's about the best thing I can say, but I mean, to me, it's fun. It's you have a lot of competition, and there's a lot of beating and banging, you know. And the competition's very strong in our class. So far this year, that we have had, the most that we have had is about 24 drivers in our class, and very, very, very competitive.
Well, how long have you been racing, and just tell us a little bit about your experience?
Been racing for 5 years. These past 2 seasons I've been racing full time. Other than that, it's been on and off, but I actually learned all of my racing from my dad, and he's been my inspiration from day one. You know, right now, it's basically a 4-man team, well, 3 guys and 1 woman team. It's just me, my dad, my brother, my boyfriend, and me. So we don't have a big team, but so far we're getting up there, and one day our win will come soon.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Again, to Wilson Industrial Airport, we have a beautiful day in store for y'all that God has given us. We hope you got some breakfast out.
All right, let's start with your name.
My name is Lewis Sparks with Southern National Motorsports Park out of Lucama, North Carolina. It's an asphalt track, 4/10 of a mile, 17-degree banking, NASCAR sanctioned race. We race almost every Saturday. Seasons from March through October. Then we have our Thanksgiving Classic, November 23rd through the 25th, a 3-day race.
You know, what can people expect if they come out to your track at Lucama?
You come out to the track, you're going to expect a family fun entertainment, you know, for the whole family. We've got trackside spots, we've got suite spots. If you're looking to just get the grandstands, we do have a family section. And we try to keep it as family oriented as possible. We try to get the kids involved. We give pace car rides to kids. I do the kiddie car race. We also celebrate birthday parties if they're interested in having a birthday party out there as well.
And you said that is actually the pace car right there behind you.
Yeah, this is our one of our 2 pace cars. This is our 2012 Chevy Camaro from Kenley Chevrolet, and we also have a 2012 Dodge Charger from Deacon Jones.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
How you doing? My name's Bob Mattern. I'm with the Wilson RC Modelers Association. We fly remote control airplanes here in Wilson, and this is some of our aircraft. And we fly electric, glow, gas. We put them together from kits. We build them, you know, just from our imagination. And we have about 68 members right now in our club, and we would like to welcome you out to our field to take a flight at any time.